What's up, baseball fans? Welcome back to Talking Mets and Rob. How is everybody doing? And we finally have closure on the Vladimir Guerrero and the Blue Jays situation. They did not come to an agreement for an extension, as Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Blue Jays ownership and GM has spoken separately in regards to the extension talks, and they did not get it done by the deadline. And that means Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will be a free agent after the 2025 season. And this is an important aspect and important information because of the fact that with the Mets signing Pete Alonso to a 2-year deal, basically with a player opt-out after the first year, it sets up the New York Mets for a plan, for a possibility of going after Vladimir Guerrero Jr. after the season is over. They would have two first base options as free agents in Pete Alonso and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. They are setting themselves up for now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. being a number one target in the offseason. So as of right now, guys, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is not extending with the Toronto Blue Jays. The numbers were the numbers according to the GM of the Toronto Blue Jays. They said that these numbers, he would have been the highest paid player in baseball. They would have had record numbers set for Toronto Blue Jays in terms of contract, but Guerrero had his number, and the Toronto Blue Jays did not meet that number. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is playing for a contract in 2025. With the questions that are going around with the Toronto Blue Jays, with the GM being on his last year of his deal, what the turmoil, what is going on with the Toronto Blue Jays? They did sign Anthony Santander, they did sign Max Scherzer, but they missed out on a lot of big key free agents throughout the last couple of off seasons. And I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. might want to have stayed if he got the number in Toronto, but there could be a lot of turnover, a lot of question marks going forward, where big name free agents do not want to go to the Toronto Blue Jays. And Vladimir Guerrero probably sees that, and he's going to get wined and dined when he becomes a free agent. And the number that he's looking for is probably going to be similar to the situation what happened with Juan Soto, when everybody thought it was going to be $400 or $500 million, and it went up all the way to nearly $800 million. Not saying that Guerrero is going to get that much money, but when there's competition for you, the price goes up. So whatever he's thinking, if he's in the 450 range, with all the competition, with all the teams that might have availability at the first base position, you would just assume that number is just going to be larger, right? You could just look at a few of the names. You got the Red Sox, you got the Mets, you got the Yankees, three teams that were willing to give $700+ million to Juan Soto, and now they all would have a hole after this season going into the 2026 season with Vladimir Guerrero on the market. So no extension for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays. What is next? Are they still going to talk, or the deadline is the deadline? According to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he is not going to negotiate at all. There will be no talks at all. If that's the case, there will be two big free agents at the first base position on the free agent market after this season, and Pete Alonso and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The New York Mets, in this case, have an opportunity here to have two options that they can go after for the first base position on the free agent market. What will the Mets do? Are they going to go heavy after Vladimir Guerrero Jr. like they did with Juan Soto, or they're going to kind of take a little bit of a step back, want Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but not going to go above and beyond, because their backup plan could be to extend or re-sign Pete Alonso once again to a longer-term deal? We shall see. Thank you for watching, guys. And as always, baseball fans, I'll see you next time, guys. Let's go, Mets.